Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we are getting into something that seems so simple, but we hear it all the time from English learners. It's one of the most frustrating challenges. How do you end a conversation naturally? You can handle the whole middle part, the tricky grammar, the vocab, but then you get to that last step and you just freeze.
It's such a great topic
Yeah.
because that final moment, that's where confidence really shows.
Right. Do you just say a formal goodbye? Do you? Do you just walk away?
And you're so right about the formal goodbye. I mean, native speakers almost never use it seriously in a casual chat. It's kind of
Yeah.
a relic.
A relic, exactly.
Yeah, if you really want to sound natural and confident, you have to master this whole other, subtle language of exit signals and casual phrases.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's unpack it and give you a real roadmap. Our mission for this deep dive is to categorize the most common, most effective ways that natives wrap up a conversation.
And we're not just going to list phrases.
No, not at all. We're going to look at the psychology behind them. We'll cover everything. Friendly exits, professional wrap-ups, the weird rules of texting.
And my personal favorite, the polite escape.
Oh, the necessary art of the polite escape. For sure.
To start, I think we have to acknowledge that the goal usually isn't this abrupt announcement that you're leaving. It's a soft signal.
A soft signal. I like that.
Yeah, you're just gently letting the other person know that, the conversation clock is ticking down.
All right, let's start there then. Let's do the softest, most relaxed ways to signal it's time to go. You're talking to a friend, maybe a colleague on a coffee break. What's the go-to?
The absolute king of soft departures usually starts with a filler word, like all right or well.
Okay.
And then you hear, all right, I'm going to head out.
Yeah.
It's so non-committal, super low pressure. You're basically just announcing that you're beginning the process of leaving.
I love that one. And the gonna makes it even softer than going to.
Totally.
But what if you need something that feels a little more active? Something that puts the responsibility on you to be somewhere else?
Ah, okay. That's where you get the supremely versatile, all right, I should get going.
I should get going.
Yeah, and notice the word should. It implies this gentle external reason, a meeting, a task. Something is calling you away.
And that works pretty much everywhere, right? Friends, coworkers.
Everywhere. Friends, coworkers, even ending a quick informal chat with your boss. It's polite because it gives a reason without actually assigning blame for the conversation ending.
Okay, but let's get into the deeper nuance here, because this is where the real psychology of it shows up. I want to talk about the phrase, anyway, I'll let you go.
Ah, yes. The conversational misdirection. I love this one.
Right.
You are the one who's leaving, but by saying you're letting them go, you're kind of flipping it. You're framing your own departure as an act of politeness toward them.
It's like you're saying, I see that your time is valuable and I don't want to hold you up anymore.
Exactly. It's this brilliant little maneuver that lets you control the end of the conversation while still seeming really considerate.
Okay, let me challenge that a little bit. Does that not sometimes feel a bit, I don't know, manipulative? If I'm the one who's running late, am I not just kind of lying about their schedule?
That's a really good point. And I mean, the listener knows on some level that you're the one who needs to leave.
Right.
But in English, especially in these small social moments, we tend to prioritize feeling respected over absolute literal truth.
So it's a social lubricant.
Precisely.
Hmm.
The phrase isn't meant to deceive. It's meant to soften that hard edge of, I'm done talking now. With the right tone, it just comes across as respectful and graceful.
That makes a lot of sense. It's about the feeling you leave them with.
And that idea of respecting time is the perfect bridge into professional settings.
Okay, so let's go there. The workplace.
Yeah, when we move to the office, politeness is still key, but now we're adding this new layer of, follow-through and appreciation. Goodbye is definitely out.
But clarity is in. You need to be clear about what happens next.
Exactly. You're often not just ending the conversation, you're transitioning to the next phase of work. So you wrap it up with a commitment.
Like, all right, I'll follow up with you later. That signals that this talk is over, but the project is moving forward.
Perfect. Or, if maybe the plan is still developing, a really efficient way to close is, sounds good, I'll keep you updated.
It's efficient, it's professional, and it frames the whole conversation as a success.
Mm-hmm.
What about just pure, simple appreciation? I'm ending a quick call with a client. I need something fast but warm.
In that case, keep it simple but powerful. Great talking with you.
I use that one a lot.
It works for anyone, a coworker, your boss, a client. It confirms the interaction was valuable.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want the phrase that delivers, maximum professional warmth,
Okay, what is it?
I always suggest I appreciate your time.
Oh, that's a good one. It's so concise. It acknowledges that in the business world, time is currency.
It really is. And it works whether you're talking to a colleague who stepped away from their desk for 2 minutes or a client who gave you a full hour.
But here's one of those guardrails we need to mention.
Yes.
Go for.
Do not, I repeat, do not use I appreciate your time with your best friend after you finish lunch.
Oh, God, no. It'll be so weird. It instantly makes the relationship feel transactional, like an appointment you just concluded.
Exactly. It's professional currency, not social currency. That's a really critical distinction. Okay, last one for this section. How do you formally end a group meeting? The agenda's done, people are starting to drift.
You need something definitive, something that says, okay, pencils down, we're done here.
The verbal gavel.
The verbal gavel, I love it. And the
Yeah.
standard is, okay, let's leave it there for today. It closes the meeting without being rude. Everyone knows that's the signal to stop taking notes and move on.
All right, let's switch gears completely. Let's talk about the digital world, which has, a totally different set of rules.
Completely different. The thing I see confusing people the most is the silent goodbye. The fact that in texts, conversations just stop.
The silent goodbye is everywhere in texting. Once the key information has been sent, there's just no social pressure to do a formal closing.
So if I text you, meeting at 3,
Yeah.
and you text back, yep.
That's it. Conversation over. The last text is the ending.
But when we do use closers in text, they're super brief and casual.
Right.
What are some of those common ones?
They usually imply a future connection. Cool, talk soon is a great one. Very low effort.
And what if you want to be a little more playful?
You could go with something like, alrighty, catch you later.
And that smiley face is doing a lot of work there, isn't it?
Oh, it's doing all the work. It is non-negotiable. In digital communication, the emoji is often the substitute for your tone of voice. Without it, catch you later can feel a little cold.
A little abrupt, yeah.
Yeah.
The smiley face softens it. Okay, here's a scenario. You've been messaging someone back and forth, maybe about plans, and you finally get the one piece of info you needed. How do you signal, query resolved, this conversation is officially over?
The three-word killer.
Yes.
Got it, thanks. It's a definitive end signal. It just means information received, processing complete. No reply needed.
And here's another essential guardrail for everyone listening. Be careful with got it, thanks, with your boss or a client.
Oh, absolutely. Unless you have a really informal relationship, it can come across as pretty curt.
So what's a safer bet in a more formal written message, like an email or a formal Slack chat?
Stick to a full sentence, something like I'll message you later, or the universally safe classic, thanks again, have a good one. It perfectly balances that appreciation and closure.
Okay, this next part is, this is the deep dive into survival skills. We've all been there, trapped in a conversation that is just dragging on. You need to leave, but you don't want to be rude. You need a phrase that blames the clock, not the person.
You have to cite an external force. A classic way to do that without making them feel like they're the problem is, anyway, I won't keep you.
There it is again, that polite misdirection. You're deferring to their schedule, even if you're the one with the burning need to escape.
Exactly. It's a great setup.
And what if I need to mention something a bit more specific, like, I'm genuinely late for a call, or I need to get back to a task?
You just state it simply, well, I should probably get back to it. And it is wonderfully vague.
Right. It could be anything from finishing a report to feeding your cat.
Yeah, but the implication is clear. Important things require my attention now.
I remember one time I tried to escape a long conversation at a party. I used a quick apologetic exit, but I forgot a crucial part. It came out so badly it sounded like I was annoyed at them.
That is the danger of the abrupt exit. If you're in a real rush, you need the full three-part combo.
A combo? Okay, what is it?
It's apology, reason, and a future promise. Sorry, I've got to run, but talk soon.
But talk soon. That's the part I missed.
That's the key. Sorry, shows regret, gotta run is the reason, and talk soon smooths everything over. It's your most effective emergency exit.
And let's revisit that one we talked about before, because it always makes me laugh. The double escape maneuver. Let me let you go.
It's just brilliant. It's pure conversational gold. We talked about it earlier. It lets you escape while sort of gifting the other person permission to escape too.
The subtext is almost funny. It's like, we both know this is done, and I, in my great wisdom, will now grant you freedom.
It is. It's extremely polite while still achieving your goal. A very high-level skill.
Okay, to wrap things up, let's focus on those final warm sentiments, the last few words that really define the tone of the whole chat.
These are your standard, versatile, friendly closers. They're pretty interchangeable. Take care. Have a good one. Or the slightly longer, enjoy the rest of your day.
If you're ever not sure what to say, have a good one is always a safe bet.
Always. You can never go wrong with it.
And if you genuinely enjoyed the conversation, you want to add a personal touch that feels sincere, not just obligatory.
That's when you use past tense appreciation.
Yeah,
Always great talking to you.
I like that. It turns the closing into a real compliment about the quality of the interaction.
It does. It makes the other person feel really valued.
Now, in really casual American English, especially with younger people, we've kind of reached the peak of conversational efficiency. The single word closing.
Yes. The definitive casual ending. All right, later.
And what's important to know here is the brevity. It's just later, right?
Yes, just later, not laters, which can sound a bit forced, a little unnatural.
Right.
That one word, later, shows that the speaker values efficiency, and they assume the relationship is strong enough that you don't need any formality.
And that idea of efficiency, it really ties everything we've discussed together, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The move away from these complex formal goodbyes to these simple situational closers, that's the real shortcut to sounding confident.
Absolutely. So my actionable takeaway for you, for everyone listening, is this. Please do not try to memorize all of these phrases at once.
That would be totally overwhelming.
It would. Instead, just choose one friendly exit, maybe I should get going, and one professional phrase like, I appreciate your time, and just consciously try to use those two phrases this week.
Yeah.
Practice them until they feel natural.
And that tension between efficiency and genuine warmth is really at the core of all this. The language seems to be prioritizing these quick transitions.
It does. The fact that we can so easily go from complex phrases down to a single word like later definitely reflects a cultural value on speed.
Yeah.
But I think it brings up a really important question for all of us to think about.
What's that?
As we streamline our language for speed and efficiency, how do we make sure we're still maintaining genuine human warmth and connection in both our quick professional chats and our casual relationships?
That is a fantastic thought to carry into your next conversation. Thank you for joining us today for this deep dive into how to say goodbye.
Talk to you soon.